What's up guys, in this video I'm gonna make a very relaxing guitar beat. My goal is to try to use as less melodies as possible and drums and just have the little amount of stuff I'm using to create like a nice vibe because of how much space is gonna be and how minimalistic it'll kind of sound. I kind of want the processing, the effects to really like carry this, if that makes sense. Like I want them to really glue this together since we're not using too much sounds, you know? So I was thinking like having some nice big chords like this. Sounds good so far. I want to get the bass out the way, so I'm going to go ahead and go to JV 1080. And this bass, I honestly use this all the time when it comes to beats like this, where it's more like instrumental, like no synths or anything like that. I'm gonna bring up the same VST because I think a pad would go really nice with this, but something a bit more vintage. Just stole these chords and then pretty much copy them down here. I know I'm not in the processing stage yet, but I'm gonna just kind of take the lows off so that I don't have to keep listening to those lows being too much. I'm gonna add some faint distant vocals and then get to the drums. I think I found a nice pack for this one. It's like very distant. It's more whispery and I just like that, so I'm gonna go with this. Now before I play all this together, I'm gonna just process some stuff and just kind of show you what I'm going for. So to start from my guitar processing, I just EQ'd some lows off so that it got rid of that rumble so it wouldn't fight with the bass. And then I use this plugin. I'm not sure what it does if I'm being honest, but it kind of gave the guitar a certain like gritty feeling. Like I'm gonna play real quickly with and without it, so I'm gonna bypass it real quickly. And I'm gonna turn it on. It sounds a teeny bit more amped, but I have it pretty low because I don't want it to change the entire like vibe because I want this to be a softer beat. And then I brought in another vintage EQ and I just boosted up the highs because I still want the guitar to breathe through the mix when I finish the entire beat. For the bass, just took out some highs and that was it. That's all I did for the processing. And it made it very mono, so it's kind of in the center. Then for the pad, I did a lot of processing for this one. I have the lows and the highs cut off so it sounds more muffled, some more EQing so that it sounds a bit more vintage. And on top of that, the highs are brought up just a little bit so that it kind of sounds like it's breathing almost, you know what I'm saying? And then I use Space Blender, which is like a really cool reverb I've been using lately, and it just, I don't know, it makes it sound like space. I know that sounds very generic, but it just sounds like it's actually in space and like it's kind of limitless, you know? And then I have Ozone Imager too to really like just emphasize on the fact that I want this to sound very like bodiless. Like I want to sound like it has no sense of like stability, like it's the ocean, it's just kind of everywhere, you know? And then for my vocals, I also just EQ some lows and some highs as well to give it that muffled feel. Then I brought this EQ back to bring some more lows down and bring out a little bit more high so that it's not too tucked in. Then I use Pan Man to like, you know, just automate the panning so it's not just in one place. And here are the melodies so far. Now percussion is not my strong suit, but I'm going to make it very simple and try to make it fit the vibe and just theme of this beat. For my hi-hats, it might be a two-step pattern, probably. And I think a final touch would be a snap. Just have hit on every other snare like that. so it's not too spammy. And I'm going to process the drums real quickly. For the kick, all I did was just center it, so it's more mono, so it's more in the center. For the snare, similar thing, but not as mono. For the highs, I took a little bit off the high end, and actually, as a matter of fact, I want to add a little bit of panning. Let me go ahead and just add that real quickly. I'm going to smooth it out, so I'm going to make the width not as much. And then I have the reverb for my snap so that it has some kind of presence in the mix and it just sounds more bigger. And I also have a snare so it's more outward sounding. And that is the beat, guys. I'm going to play it a couple times in a loop. If you like this video, subscribe if you're new. And also leave a comment down below what you thought of this beat, or what kind of artists you hear in this beat, or where you can hear this beat. I don't know, just comment down below what you thought. We'll see you in the next one.